All right. Peace, peace, and blessings, Sapo. Haki Ami, the success scholar here. Thank you all for tuning in. Man, it's a beautiful, beautiful day as always here. Just relaxing. Well, it's beautiful inside, and I'm not sure how it is outside of here. There's a lot of rain going on all over the state of Maryland and in the DC area. So uh, I wanted to really talk a little bit and share just what some of the things that are going on. But for those who may not know, the Success Scholar is continuing to organize and strategize and prepare for maximum empowerment and growth and freedom, reading the right books and connecting the dots to some of the right people and the right builders. So just wanted to let everybody know. Oh, I forgot I had this first. Okay. All right. Let everybody know just what's going on with myself and how I'm connecting the dots with these particular movement operations that's going to be going on. But many people may not know of these different operations. And many people should know about these different operations. One first is the Power Talk. It's going to be in the DC area. That's June 22nd and 23rd. But I'm really going to, try to make sure that individuals, continue to get the right exposure to some of the key information that our community need, not the fluff and the, YouTube stars and individuals who, are not necessarily in the trenches. I mean, these are some key operations of what I believe sincerely that the real scholars, the real thinkers, the real entrepreneurs, the real builders within our community, they make their rounds to certain key places and spaces. And so, with that being said, coming up here June 22nd and 23rd in DC is the Power Talk. And some years ago, I was a sponsor. Maybe I think I sponsored it just one time, and this is the fifth year. I've attended several different years. Unfortunately, last year there was the NNPA conference that I also attended. NNPA is the National Newspapers Publishers Association. That's the network with over 200 Black-owned newspapers. So last year that was the same time as the Power Talk. So in my skill development and networking, realize that sometimes you have to expand and your voice and your message need to get into different spaces, and you got to meet different people to take yourself to another level, and give other people the opportunity to really feel your presence, and to know exactly who you are and what you're doing. So that's what I did last year at the NNPA conference. That was at the Gaylord. So that's under Mr. Oh my gosh, I'm having Benjamin Chavis, Dr. Benjamin Chavis. I'm sorry, I had her in a little young person moment. So, with that being said, several people will be given awards at this particular time, and real excited about some of these different individuals. Dr. Jeffrey's going to be given an award. And Dr. Jeffrey, his wife, Brother James Klingman, and several other people. Professor Griff will be present for that, speaking as well. There, several brother Jeff, Dr. Jeff. I saw him a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm just excited about people that show up to get different points and opinions. Like myself, who in Baltimore, I attended a lot of different lectures, workshops, and conferences, and then in DC area, and realizing that I needed to expand my operations, and this is why I expanded to, for instance, NNPA, and then going to the Congressional Black Caucus, mostly for some of the key business insights that can be you know intellectually gathered from you know having some of our best and brightest. And this is why I'm so adamant and confident in terms of just where the evolution is taking place within myself. So, but just to let everybody know, I have some pre and post events to the Power Talk on uh, Thursday, June the 21st, and it didn't exactly plan like that, but in the Baltimore area, we're going to be screening Afraid of the Dark, Afraid of the Dark film, and that's going to be on a Thursday evening. That's before the Power Talk, and so and this gentleman, he's in the film Afraid of the Dark, and that's with Quelly TV. So that's Brainwashed, and this is Tom Burrell's book. It's a must-have. It's certainly a must-have. It's quite informative. I'll just kind of browse through some of the chapters. The scorch to the scorch at the bottom of the melting pot. Why can't we form strong families? Why do we conform to black stereotypes? And that's what Afraid of the Dark is actually speaking about. Why are black and beautiful still contradictions? Why do we keep killing each other? Deep. He called it homicide. Why do we neglect our mind, body, and spirit? Why we can't stop shopping? Why do we expect so little of each other and ourselves? Why do we so willingly give up control over our lives? Those are some of the key points that this particular book, and we elaborate in the Afraid of the Dark film screening as well. But coming up after that, on the 24th, and that's going to be at Sankofa Bookstore. We're going to show Afraid of the Dark as well. So, depending on the crowds, I may do a mixture, may show part of the film. And I truly, truly wanted to do my 7 steps to overcoming economic and psychological enslavement. So, I may do that. That's after Father's Day. So, I really believe that, that message certainly should be heard coming up there. So, that's what I got have coming up at Sankofa. Maybe in the morning. Maybe in the morning. I already have that time blocked and clocked in. So looking forward to that. We're gonna have a discussion, just taking it from Baltimore to DC. So for those that are coming into town over that weekend, if you get in early Thursday, make your way out to Baltimore, do share for those that know people that's coming to that Power Talk. Definitely advise them Thursday night. Come to Baltimore. We can do that. And if you happen to not come on Thursday night, and you're hanging out for the next day after that, we're going to show the film again. So that's what we want to do. This film is just seriously amazing. Dr. Khalil Muhammad, he's the CEO of Schoenberg in New York. He's in that film. Dr. Cornel West is in the film. Sadat X got a few different hip hop artists as well in the film. So I just think that we need to keep the momentum going. So unfortunately, I'm not actually speaking at the Power Talk this year. I'm not sure if they're going to have time, but hopefully they'll have time to show maybe this Black Friday film part two, which I am in. Black Friday part two. Several people in there. Les Brown, David Banner is actually in this film. CEO Mike Roberts, Black billionaire, he's in it. George Fraser. So all of my co-authors, George Fraser and Les Brown, are certainly in this film. So I got two amazing products. And shout out to Rick Mathis as well, Dr. David Anderson for putting that together. But so yeah, so that's what's going to be going on. But Quelly TV, we're really just taking things to another level. So I'm excited about being there. But also, I mean, I really truly wanted. I was hoping that I would be speaking at the Power Talk this year. Though unfortunately we got booked up. But hope if for whatever reason that I'm hoping that if someone maybe not show up or anything. But if anyone does not show up, I think certainly I'll be there. I'll be ready. But I want you all to reach out to Carl Nelson. However, I don't have his number on me, but Carl Nelson, call Nelson at radio.1, and send them an email, send them a Twitter, and let them know that the Success Scholar, has one of the more and the most relevant, empowering message of this time. And I believe sincerely that more and more individuals need to hear about this. Someone who has studied the work of Dr. Claudence and Neely Fuller, Francis Gus Wilson, as well as Dr. George C. Frazier, Les Brown, Dr. Amos Wilson, and Naeem Akbars of the world, and so people that the Barudis of the world. So I mean, I've connected the dots in terms of truly understanding these issues, but also positioning myself and repositioning myself for massive, massive, explosive success, being the success scholar. So, of course, we have to keep working, keep grinding, keep showing improvement. That's what I'm talking about. 5% is show improve. What who you doing, who you are, what you're doing, and this is why I'm going to Virginia this evening. I'm gonna be featured in another film, so I'm excited about that. Release the Change. I'm gonna put it out there. Release the Change film. So shout out to Sister. You're not gonna talk about the film much, but it's just gonna be another awesome opportunity. And so that's what's going on coming up here. The first, in this month of June, for Power Talk and the amazing Baba Kappa, many of the individuals that were in either the Hidden Colors or the 1804 film as well. Dr. Jeffries Kappa, James Smalls, I believe, is speaking there. So I would just say, and definitely if you want to get, either Black Friday or 1804, go to my website, Success Scholar, HAKI.com, Success Scholar, HAKI.com. Definitely the place to be. And coming up, unfortunately, I'll see how things are going, but the Power Networking Conference, I will be there. I'll be present this year, and the Success Scholar is going to bring it. The Success Scholar is going to bring, of course, again, I'll have the dopest table out there, and I have the more progressive leaning movement at this particular time in terms of wealth and understanding. And this is why my 7 steps to overcoming economic and psychological enslavement certainly is perhaps the most needed presentation that must be seen at this time. The mission and movement, certainly, we want 500,000 individuals to actually see this presentation. I'm going to open up and dissect into some of the false notions and miseducation that's out here. The miseducation of the Negro is deep, and really we have some real misunderstandings about race and wealth that unfortunately I'm perhaps one of the only ones able to teach on these things, and not everything I'm actually saying publicly, because we're still economic and psychological enslavement, but I really am going to have to get this out here, and it would be nice if I'm able in the future to speak in different places. But I need you all to certainly send letters and emails and say, look, I mean, who else do you know have read these relevant books and shown up at these different conferences and have prepared themselves for this massive success. I mean, when you have someone like myself showing up at these different conferences, not just the Power Talk and the Power Networking Conference, but other conferences that many individuals certainly have seen me at over the years. It's like, okay, uh, yeah, he's definitely someone that we should be in films and should be speaking on various platforms, and we should believe that maybe his 7 steps to overcoming economic and psychological enslavement, is a worthy presentation. But I do understand that not everybody is going to be ready for this depth of knowledge. Not everybody's going to be willing to adjust what they perceive as success. And sometimes people have these illusions, and individuals do not want to change what they've been doing. And so I have a methodical a very, very crisp strategy and conscious reason strategy to uh, transform, particular behaviors. And so I'm believing that particular behaviors, if this strategy is uh, applied, could lead to more prosperous and progress. So the 7 steps, these 7 steps are truly a must hear. So that's what I wanted to say for both of these events. I mean, it's going to be dope. I'm going to be, truly organizing around both of these, but I have some other operations. I'll be on with interviewed on Cheryl Wood's show coming up in the next couple of weeks. That's going to be dope, and I'll be speaking as well on the 24th in Baltimore, the Black Males event. So definitely, I'm given different opportunities to present. So it's time for new leadership, time for some younger, more informed guns, and those that are truly conscious, truly progressive, truly thinking, and those that are truly holistic. They are certainly understanding and appreciating the growth and true aspirations of where I'm taking the community and taking the movement. So progress is being made, but definitely, definitely for those that desire to participate in any of these events, certainly, but in particular for those that are willing and able and wise enough to show up, at this these film screenings, and definitely want to encourage you to connect to Quelly TV. Definitely connect to Quelly TV. I'll drop a link in this video. Quelly TV has over 250 different films, 250 amazing films. I just got finished watching one last night, The Retrieval. So these are some really informative films that I believe many in our community need to hear. So I don't know, this connection didn't keep on. But I'm going to go ahead and chime out of here. That's been 17, 18 minutes here, but definitely, brothers and sisters, check out both Power Networking Conference as well as the Power Talk. And of course, I'll be ready just in case. I just spoke at Morgan a few weeks ago. I did my effective networking presentation, which was really, really good. Les Brown was there, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Many people know Dr. Kimbrough. So, yes, I spoke at the same event that both of these amazing gentlemen spoke at. So, I'm truly looking forward to going to another level and taking operations to another level. So, stay connected to the Success Scholar. Hit me up on Instagram, Success Scholar on Instagram, and Success Scholar 1 on Twitter. That's number 1. So stay connected. Go to my website, support, donate. And of course, you can buy any of the products on my website, Success Scholar, HAKI.com. Holla at the Success Scholar. I'm out.